everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right folks, so as I'm sure a few of you are aware of, I actually done a video a couple of weeks ago showcasing my top 10 favourite 4K collector's editions of 2023. And in that video I promised that I would come back and do my favourite Blu-ray collector's editions of 2023. And that's exactly what I'm going to deliver with this video. Now this is going to be somewhat different because everything that I showcased in that 4K video actually came out in 2023, where a lot of the Blu-rays that I'm going to be showing here, they're actually older titles, but I actually bought them in 2023. And the reason to why I'm doing that, folks, is simple. As I'm sure a few of you are aware of, a lot of collectors out there, you don't see too many collector's editions for Blu-ray releases anymore, which is an absolute shame. And that's why I opted to do the video this way. But the one thing I think you're definitely going to agree with me on is some of the items that I'm going to be showing in here. Now, putting this 10 together was quite easy, but to try and arrange them was a real pain in the ass. As a matter of fact, I'm not quite convinced if I got it right, but look, I'm just going to go with it and see how it works out, and I hope you agree with the order that I have put them in here. Now, just like my top 10 4K video that I've done as well, I've actually done videos for every single release that I'm going to be showing in this video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave links in the description below if you do want to check out them videos and get a closer look at them. I'm going to try and showcase them as well as I can do in this video, but I'm definitely not going to spend too much time with them. But again, if you do want a closer look, the links are there for you to check out. Right folks, so here we go. I'm not going to waste any more time. So here we go. This is my top 10 favourite Blu-ray collector's edition of 2023. And I really hope you enjoy this. Right, so in at number 10, so I'm going to start strong here and show off my Blu-ray collector's edition of The Breakfast Club. And as you can see, it comes in this rather deluxe looking release. This is from Film Arena. It's actually quite a rare edition as well. There is only 500 of them out there. I've actually got 245. Now this is hands down one of my favourite John Hughes movies, and when I was made aware of this release, I'd done everything in my power to get my hands on it. And I have to tell you, considering how rare the item is, I got it at an absolutely remarkable price, which really was the cherry on top. But it is a beautiful release. You do get the usual bells and whistles inside this. You get a lot of postcards. You also get a lovely booklet inside. I think it's a write-up of the movie itself. And then you also get this gorgeous looking steelbook. I think it represents a locker. And then inside that steelbook you get a couple of magnets. And if you want, you can actually apply the magnets to the steelbook itself. It is a gorgeous release, no question about it. And it's great to see a movie like The Breakfast Club get that kind of treatment, and that's why it's my number 10 pick. Right, so in at number 9, and amazingly enough, this was actually gifted to me by my good friend Connor Gray. And once again, Connor, thank you so much for sending this my way. And it is the Terrifier Collection. And just check out the artwork on this. It looks absolute badass. It really, really does. Now, this is brought to us by a company called Umbrella Entertainment. And they're an Australian label, and some of the work that they've done in this set is quite amazing. Now, you get both movies inside this release. You also get the All Hallows Eve anthology movie, which featured Art the Clown for the first time. And this was also a first time watch for me, and I was pleasantly surprised by them. Because I was told by so many people that they're very gory and to brace myself for it. And I thought that's all they were going to be, was this gore fest. But there's a lot more to them. There really is, particularly when you watch that second movie. I was absolutely blown away by it, and I honestly cannot wait to see what they're going to do with that third movie. I think it's held at Christmas, which is going to be somewhat different. Now, as for the release itself, like I said, there is the 2 movies inside this. It does come in this lovely, hard, rigid box set. You get a lot of postcards inside there as well. And you also get a book, and the book is kind of dedicated to like behind-the-scenes stills. I think there's a bit of a write-up there as well. It is a fantastic release. I'm sure a lot of you are aware of Umbrella Entertainment and some of the amazing releases they've been bringing out in the last year or two. And this is hands down one of their best. And that's why I have it at number 9. Right, so in at number 8, I have got Cyborg. And this is brought to us from a German company called Plyon Pictures. Again, apologies if I'm butchering that name. But inside this release, you do get the 3 discs in here. You get the 2012 remaster, you also get the 2017 remaster, and I think there's a DVD as well. I don't know if it's bonus features or is it just a movie on DVD. But there is quite a lot of special features in this set as well. You do get a comic book, you also get a behind the scenes book as well. As a matter of fact, you even get the medallion that you see Van Damme's daughter wearing all during this movie. That's actually inside this release. And not only that, but if you actually buy this movie on their website, now again, I don't know if it's still available, but if you do get it, you also get this version of Slinger. This is the Pyoon cut, Pyoon is the director of Cyborg. And there's 2 different cuts inside this as well. There's one called the Misery cut, and I still haven't checked it out. I honestly don't know what it's about. But as you can see, this one does come in this rather nice looking slipcover, even though I have to admit the artwork on this one doesn't look near as good as the other edition. But it's a fantastic release. I think it cost me around, I think it was around €40, which is quite an incredible price when you consider everything that you get inside this release. So there you have it, folks. That is my number 8 pick, Cyborg. Right, so in at number 7, and this is hands down one of the most ridiculously oversized box sets I have ever seen in my life. But take nothing away from the release itself, it is absolutely fantastic. And it is Terminator Genesis. And this is a Film Arena release. It is quite rare as well. There's only 500 of them out there. I've got number 351. Now, yes, I know it's Terminator Genesis. There's not many fans out there for the movie itself, but I actually really enjoyed it. I took it for what it is, even though there is some horrible miscasting going on with this movie. But as you can see, like I said, the box is ridiculously huge. But the one thing I will say is, with box sets this big, you can actually really appreciate some of the artwork on show. And Schwarzenegger on the front looks amazing. Some amazing spot glossing going on as well. But when you turn it around to the back and you see John Connor, it looks absolutely spectacular. Now, there is 2 editions inside this box set. Yes, only 2 editions. But both releases come with very different type of artwork, very unique looking artwork for Terminator Genesis. Lovely soft touch finish on it as well. The steelbook is the same in both releases as well. It's a 3D release, a Blu-ray release, and I think you also get a bonus disc. And then you also get a collector's coin. It is overkill. There's no question about it. But like I said, take nothing away from it. It is absolutely spectacular as well, and that's why I have it at number 7. So there you go, folks. Terminator Genesis. Right, so in at number 6, and I never thought I was going to feature this box set on my channel again for personal reasons, which I'm definitely not getting into in this video, but anyone that's aware of my channel, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it is Last Action Hero. Now, I'm not quite sure who brought this box set out. I see Magnificent written on the spine of it. I've never actually heard of that label before, but as soon as I seen this release, I fell in love with it. It's a one-click edition, comes in a nice hard rigid box as well. The artwork is quite simplistic on this, but the one thing I do love about it is the actual badge itself. It's actually massively embossed and it looks quite beautiful as well. Now, there is 2 editions inside this box set. The first Blu-ray edition that you get inside it, you get these lovely collector's cards in this nice envelope. On the second edition, you get 2 variants of the ticket that you see all during this movie, and they're presented quite beautifully. And not only that, but the third box that you get inside this release, and it is what drew me to it. If you're aware of the movie, Charles Dance stars in it, and he actually has a glass eyeball. He's different variants of a glass eyeball through this entire movie. And in that third box, you get those glass eyeballs. Now, they're not glass, they're made of plastic. But take nothing away from it. It is still a great idea. And to see Last Action Hero get that kind of treatment is rather special. And I am so unbelievably proud, and I mean this, proud, to have this in my collection, regardless of what you think of it. And that's why it's my number 6 pick. Right, so in at number 5, I have got Annabelle Comes Home. And this is another Film Arena release. It's the Black Barons edition, and it is limited to 500 pieces as well. Now, this is hands down my favourite XL edition from Film Arena. I actually have a lot of their releases, but I instantly fell in love with this release. And it's mainly because of the artwork that you see on this. There is so much going on. Texturally speaking, it is quite amazing. A lot of spot glossing as well. And not only that, but you also get that lovely soft touch feel to it as well. You also get a gorgeous looking steelbook. It comes with a very unique looking lenticular magnet as well. Of course, you get the book, but the one thing I did notice with the book is inside this, there's actually quite a bit going on as well. There's certain pages that have certain textures to it, which is quite nice as well. And then of course, you get a lot of collector's cards as well. It is a fantastic release. It's a wonderful movie as well. I'm a huge fan of the Conjuring universe, and Film Arena are actually working on an XL release for the third Conjuring movie, and I'm just waiting for it to come out so I can actually pick it up as well and have it nestled beside this one. So there you have it, folks. That is my number 5 pick, Annabelle Comes Home, and this is still available on Film Arena's website if you are interested. Right, so in at number 4, and there's no way I was ever putting a top 10 like this together and not featuring a Nameless Media bust. So yes, number 4 is Sleepy Hollow. And this thing weighs an absolute ton. But as you can see, the bust itself is the Headless Horseman, riding his horse as well. And as soon as Nameless Media announced that this was coming out, I went straight over to their website to pre-order one, because it is hands down my favourite movie from Tim Burton. As a matter of fact, it is my favourite Johnny Depp movie, and I never thought I would ever own a collector's piece for this movie. And what a collector's piece it is. Now, you also get a certificate of authenticity in this release. It's a very limited piece, 555 of them, that's all. And you also get an amazing Blu-ray media book inside this. Now, we all know that the movie came out on 4K last year, one of the best 4K transfers I've seen, as a matter of fact. And as an apology, Nameless Media actually put this set down by €30, because they were disappointed that they didn't feature the 4K disc inside this set. And I think that was quite nice of them to do that. Now, another great thing when it comes to this release as well is the way it's all put together. There are so many magnet pieces going on, and that's a good thing, because as you can see, a lot of these pieces could break off, and that's the last thing you want to happen. So the fact that it's all put in by magnets, I think it's a good thing. So there you have it, folks. That is my number 4 pick, Sleepy Hollow. Right, so in at number 3, and this is a Film Arena release. As a matter of fact, it's a Maniacs one-click release, and it is Wind River. And I am still pinching myself that a movie like Wind River got this kind of treatment, and fair play to Film Arena for going out and putting so much effort into this release. I love getting collector's editions for obscure titles, and it doesn't get any more obscure than Wind River. Not many people know about the movie out there. It stars Jeremy Renner, and it is a wonderfully suspenseful movie. It's one of those movies that just keeps you on the edge of your seat. And I still can't believe that I own such a release for it. Now, there's 3 editions inside this box set. You do get 2 collector's editions with some amazing artwork. You also get a lot of postcards, booklets, all that kind of stuff as well. You also get a separate steelbook release. And then, of course, anyone that's aware of Film Arena and their one-click Maniac edition, you always get a little, collector's present as well. And inside this one is a replica of the sheriff's badge, and it looks absolutely spectacular. There is so much going on inside this set. The steelbook looks absolutely beautiful, particularly when you bend it against the light. It's one of those steelbooks that I absolutely love. And like I said, to see a movie like Wind River getting that kind of treatment is rather special. And I am so fortunate to actually have this in my collection. And it is one of those rare times when it comes to a Maniac box set where I was able to get it for less than €100. It doesn't happen that often, I can tell you, and I still can't believe it actually happened with Wind River. So there you have it, folks. That is my number 3 pick. Right, so in at number 2, now it doesn't get much more unique than this release, and it is Witchboard. And as you can see, it comes in this lovely wooden crate. Now that alone is quite unique, but when you open it up, the first thing you're greeted to is a perfect replica of the Ouija board that you see in this movie. Now, you also get a certificate of authenticity, and it is limited to 666 pieces. Yes, it had to be that number. You also get a gorgeous looking wooden pancetta in there as well, and the media book is quite special as well. Actually, as a matter of fact, the Blu-ray quality, the picture quality is amazing. I never thought the movie would look as good as it does. Now, I can't remember who notified me about this on Instagram, and apologies for not remembering your name. But as soon as I seen it, I went straight over to Amazon Germany to pick one up. As a matter of fact, they could still be available. I honestly don't know. And I definitely think it's worth the money. Like I said, it doesn't get much more unique than this. And it's a movie I remember seeing back in the day. I really enjoyed it. And just like my previous release, Wind River, I never thought it would ever get this kind of treatment. And that's why I opted this one for number 2. So there you have it, folks. Witchboard. Right, so finally we are at number 1. So the first thing you will notice right behind me is my display stand is actually empty. And it's because this is my favorite Blu-ray Collector's Edition of 2023. And it is, oh my god, Child's Play 2. And this is a nameless media bust release as well. And as you can see, it's actually representing the main artwork for Child's Play 2. And just like my Sleepy Hollow bust, a lot of this is all held in by magnets, which is a good thing. Even the head itself actually bobbles, which is rather nice. Now, there is also a Blu-ray media book inside this as well. It's actually a rather beautiful media book. And you also get a certificate of authenticity. This is limited to 333 pieces as far as I remember. And believe it or not, folks, this is still available on Nameless Media's website. And as far as I remember, I don't think you need to unlock their website to actually buy this. So if you are interested, get on over and get one before they're gone for good. They are quite expensive, but trust me when I say it is money well spent. This set is absolutely spectacular, and Nameless Media have really knocked it out of the park once again when it comes to their bust releases. So there you have it, folks. That is my number 1 pick. And I have to tell you, all the pieces through this entire top 10 have been absolutely spectacular. It was a wonderful year for buying collectibles, particularly for myself. And I'm hoping 2024 is going to be just as good. So there you have it, folks. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could do, leave a comment down below. And please share your thoughts on my top 10. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.